Welcome back everybody. Today we'll be discussing the possibility of a shake-up to what we're accustomed to in the established Star Wars lore. Going off an interview Adam Driver gave about the upcoming The Last Jedi, we have this interesting quote here. Johnson, as in Rian Johnson the director, created new rules for the Star Wars universe and balanced the familiar and unfamiliar very adeptly while respecting that his audience can handle ambiguity, which you can see in his previous films. Characters and story are his priority. So the character and story driven aspect is great. I'm all for that. Give us a new original and interesting story. It's what the majority wants to see. But what does he mean by new rules? I don't think he's talking about Rian Johnson's method of directing here. I think that means they've introduced new rules to the Star Wars universe, meaning to the Force. And if they have, pardon my French here, wouldn't that be shitting all over George Lucas's original idea of what the Force is, unless he signed off on it, of course. So obviously, you've all heard by now that Luke seems to be totally jaded and disenfranchised by the Jedi way, and that he's gone off in search for old Jedi artifacts, and has even discovered that the original Jedi are not what the Jedi eventually ended up becoming. So that definitely lines up with the new rules comment. We'll probably be getting a new definition of what the Force is through Luke training Rey. It seems that Yoda's and Kenobi's generation had a somewhat distorted interpretation of the Jedi teachings handed down to them. Luke seems to be the last living Jedi. And I know there are other theories about that out there, but I'm going with this one here. And there are no Sith either, that we know of. So that also reaffirms the new rules they're introducing. So with new rules about the Force, we can expect to see new powers as well. We saw a pretty good parlor trick in The Force Awakens when Kylo Ren freezes the laser bolt. His Force power still needs some refining though, and he'll probably get that from Snoke's training. As for Rey, well, she seems to be a potential Force nuclear bomb. Her power level seems ridiculous for someone who's had no training whatsoever and basically spent the majority of her life surviving on instinct. Under Luke's tutelage, I'm sure we'll see some new and exciting Force powers that will be unique to her alone. We've had theories from her being a clone all the way through to her being the reincarnation of the first Jedi ever. So whoever she ends up being, I'm expecting some crazy and weird stuff to happen. On to Luke. Luke is the son of the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. He defeated his father in combat and basically spat in Palpatine's face, rising up to the occasion and rejecting the pull to the dark side. That's why he's the quintessential hero, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that. He's had the past 30 plus years to hone his skills beyond what he was capable of achieving in Return of the Jedi. And to add to that, he's most likely found some very interesting artifacts. Artifacts that could have shown him skills that were believed to be lost and forgotten a long time ago. I'm sure we can expect to see Luke showcase some new Force powers he's acquired. And finally, this enigma here. Supreme Leader Snoke, we basically know nothing about his abilities other than he felt an awakening in the Force and that he'll be training Kylo Ren. He's not a Sith, but he is of the dark side. Does he offer a new interpretation of the dark side, or is he from a bygone era? And much like Luke's revelation about an older Jedi way, he brings some ancient form of understanding the dark side of the Force to the table? If the showdown between the two does take place, I'm expecting we'll see a truly interesting battle between them, and I don't think it will be lightsaber centric like in the prequel trilogy. I think it will be more of a battle of wills, with some mind tricks thrown in here and there. Maybe some Force lightning? I'm hoping we see something entirely new though. So, what do you guys think these new rules Rian Johnson is said to have introduced to the Star Wars universe entails? And what new Force powers do you think will be showcased? Or what new Force powers would you like to see in The Last Jedi? Leave your thoughts down below. Have a topic you'd like to see get covered, or another popular franchise perhaps? Hit me up on my Twitter page or leave a comment down below, and as always, thanks for watching and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all that good stuff, and until next time. See yas.